Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Catching Outdoors. My name is Matt. In this video, we went to St. John's River and we put in the water at Palatka City Docks, which is about half an hour west of St. Augustine, an hour south of Jacksonville or so. This is my first time ever river fishing in a freshwater river targeting largemouth bass. So this is a significant learning experience for us. Here in the beginning of the video, you guys saw us pointing a little bit. We had pretty much no game plan going into this, so we were considering either going north under the bridge or going south, which is the direction we ended up going. And we were just blindly kind of searching for what we believe to be good spots around the lake, around the river. So here we have our first spot. We pull in, we see a bunch of lily pads along the edge, and being pond bass fishermen in the past, we know that any sort of structure usually leads to holding fish, and that's why we give this the first go. So you guys can see I'm fishing a finesse rig. This is a drop shot with a little 3-inch Berkeley worm, and that's kind of how we start out. So stay tuned. So this ended up being a video with a bit of a voiceover on it. However, there's also some real audio clips in between. I didn't do a great job of talking to the camera during this. My father-in-law and I were just having a great time out in the water again, getting back to some freshwater fishing, targeting some largemouth bass. This won't be a large part of the channel going forward, but we'll definitely be doing it a bit in the future. We're signed up for the bass fishing tournament on May 16th for the Wolfson's Children's Hospital, which goes to support that entire clinic and all of the kids that they treat. It's a place that's near and dear to my heart. We had our daughter in there for about 5 days right after she was born, and they were just extremely friendly, super high tech, and they got us out of there with a lot of trust that she was going to be all right going forward, which she definitely is. So if you guys want to, you can look them up. I'll try to provide a link in the description as well. There's a donation that's running for a bass fishing boat raffle, but you can also sign up for the tournament. They got 3 different ones going on, and the buy-in fees and any proceeds from these tournaments will go towards the kids at the hospital. So it's a cause I greatly believe in, and just want to plug it a little bit here and see if we can get a couple extra people signed up for the tournament. If you guys see me there, come over, say hello. I know there's not too many of you guys watching, but it's really, really grateful for those that do. Hopefully we'll see you guys around. After fishing with the drop shot rig for a little bit, I decided to give it a shot with a heavy cover jig head that had a little crawdad on the back of it in a black and blue color. The river was quite tannic and dark, so I just wanted something that would have a heavy contrast against the sky to stand out as I was dropping it in between all these lily pads. That's what you're seeing me fish now, and here in a second you're going to see me switch over to a top water frog. We're really just trying to pre-fish for this tournament. Again, it's our first time ever fishing in a river for freshwater bass. So it's a completely different game from what we're used to, and we're just trying to figure out what will work, what won't work. We're going to hit a bunch of different spots here in this video, so stay tuned as we cruise south on St. John's River. If any of you have any tips or tricks, feel free to let me know down in the comment section. I've never pretended to be an expert fisherman. It's just something I enjoy doing. As a hobby, I do have a full-time job on the side of this. This is literally just a fun passion thing that I want to do. Document what I'm doing out on the water and have something that my kids can kind of start looking up to when they get a little bit older and we start letting them get some screen time. So we found this one group of lily pads here in the beginning of the day that we believe would hold a couple big bass. We saw plenty of signs of life around with bait jumping. It looked like there was some bass jumping a little bit further out into the river as well, eating off the top water here at the sunrise. But turned out not to be too productive. We fished a couple different types of bait. I threw a jig at it like mentioned, I threw the drop shot at it, I threw the top water frog at it, and my father-in-law was throwing a tequila shad curly tail worm that was Texas rigged. So we were really giving it all of our kind of traditional tackle methods that we've used in ponds before, just trying to make something happen. I will say I should have done a lot more research heading out here. It's there's so much information online that the fact that we didn't spend any time at all kind of doing some research ahead of time, figuring out what the bass are going to eat this time of year, where the bass are going to be sitting, definitely a mistake. And we'll be pre-fishing a couple extra times ahead of the tournament here in the next couple of weeks, and we'll make sure we do a little bit more homework, try to get more familiar with river fishing for bass, because it's a significantly different game than fishing isolated bits of water like some smaller ponds and canals around neighborhoods. So please stay tuned, guys. Again, put any tips or tricks you may have that are local to the St. Johns River near Palatka. I'd greatly appreciate anything we can get at all. All right. Kids Save YouTube channel here, man. Nah, you're fine. You're fine. It'll just be bleep, 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 bleep. Let's see. I think this fishing reel, I've probably had it since I was like 10 or 11. Yeah, I fish it different. So I usually just let them hit the bottom and then let it sit there. I got some small ones too. Yeah, you got like an 8 ounce on there. Yeah. I just got hit. Yeah, for sure. Ah, damn it. I just want to know what it is that keeps coming up and jumping. It's a long, dark back. Yeah. And it looks like it has a bass curve to it. It's just like it's not. No.
I feel like it has to be bass. I was gonna pick up and run down to a creek and then maybe just hit the other side on the way back, just to see a couple new spots. We gotta see what's out here for the tournament. All right. It's a wonderful question. It's not too late. Yeah, on the river, I'm sure it's big money. You want to try in there? Oh, look at that. Something just flew up right there in front of us.
Alright, so here we were just cruising south for about 5 minutes on the river, going about 35 miles an hour on the flats boat, and we came across this little spot just past the power lines that looked very promising. It had a bunch of overhanging trees. When we actually got up on it, there were submerged logs that have fallen over everywhere in there. It's definitely a spot I'll be back to again in the future. Seems like fish should be sitting there at all times. Again, we tried throwing a bunch of different bait on these and just wasn't having much luck in this spot. I think it was due to the time of the spawn cycle, because it's a bit shallower water, plenty of space for the fish to hide. We just couldn't see anything and the water was relatively clear up along the edge. I'm pretty sure we would have seen a bass or two if they were there. They may not have hit our lures, but we definitely would have made some visual contact on them.
All the pros have all their fancy like forward facing sonar and stuff, and yep, they can see everything. It's insane. Oh, massive log. You might hit that. There's another one there.
One thing you gotta make sure when you're on the water in Florida is that you eat and you drink plenty of water. Here we had a very healthy breakfast. It was organic cinnamon rolls, but since they're organic, that means it's good for your body, and any calories go straight to the muscles and not to the fat. So just a good tip for you guys: if you see organic, get it. Obviously kidding. Right after our kind of early breakfast, we stopped at another small patch of lilies, where at the south end of it there was also a small kind of flat spot that was covered by all the trees, had some good shade in it, and was a sand bed. It looked like fish could be spawning up in it, but again, I think we just timed it wrong in terms of what kind of fishing we were doing. I believe the fish are out deeper this time of year, so this spot wasn't very productive for us. We gave it a shot anyway, threw a couple different things at it. Here's just some short clips kind of looking at it so you guys can see what we were doing. And stay tuned and enjoy the boat ride coming up to a different spot that was getting fished a little bit harder.
Yeah, this is the exact creek I was talking about. We'll find out in a second. All right, there's a ton of people fishing. So that's a creek that goes kind of like twirls around in there. That was where I ultimately wanted to go, but there's way too many people. Yeah, you see there's a guy in a white t-shirt there, and then there's another boat a little bit further back where he has a blue t-shirt on. There's a third boat in there too. And people are coming in and out of this creek. Uh-huh. They don't mess around. The balancing is where I gotta, I wouldn't bet on me. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. No way. Well, that would explain why we're not moving, because I didn't have the thing on. Probably, maybe. I mean, I'd be shocked this amount of wake if it didn't do something. Yeah. Fish? Bottom? Stuff in. I just don't know where I must have been a gator sitting up on the ledge, but heck yeah. I'll see. I'll put it in slow motion on the camera when I get back. Yeah. Yeah, that's a dick move. Yeah, I mean he's not cutting us off, but I got it. Hell no, it's not worth it. It's also like, why are you running your motor on the edge that we were fishing anyway? Like, go out in the center and run it.
For those of you that made it here to the end, I really appreciate it. You guys are troopers. It's such a blessing having an audience. I mean, starting this channel about 7-8 months ago, I wasn't expecting to be near 100 subs. I figured if I ever got 10, that's about as lucky as I was gonna get. So getting to the 94, 95 range now. It's just a bunch of motivation to keep going, push hard, make some extra content. And the more and more I go fishing up here in the area, the better and better I'll get. So thank you all for the support and for the motivation to keep pushing on. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoy the content.